to this elite class of students. Dear students, I have been associated with AIS 46 as a parent of my two kids. Younger one is now in class 12, so I am happy to be here among you all. I understand that Admyt students are the star of this country, and they are going to prove themselves worthy of what they are. Explore your talent and highlight your inner hidden passions in your career choices. Today, I'm here to represent some career options in research, and if you have heard सितारों से आगे जहाँ और भी है, सो वो कौन सा जहाँ है? एस्ट्रोनॉमी, एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स, विच टॉक्स अबाउट स्पेस बियॉन्ड sky. And then we are all going through COVID trauma, COVID virus, and who are the people who are working behind the scenes developing vaccines, different sort of vaccines? They are research scientists, they come from life sciences streams. There are mathematicians. You must have been seeing COVID charts, COVID graphs every day. What is the status of COVID virus, infected and dead people all across the world in different countries? Mathematicians and statisticians, they work behind these graph generation. So my dear students, pure sciences research is as significant as any other field, and those who have academic interest and those who want to go extra mile to become one of these are very talented people and are good to pursue their career in academic research. And now I share my screen. Just give me a sec. So as ma'am also introduced, myself Dr. Vanita Agarwal. I am an entrepreneur, speaker, author and coach. So for me, sky is not the limit actually, because I am a physicist at origin, and I always think beyond the sky, in the space, planets, stars, what is happening in the area beyond the sky. Now coming to the topic, what are the career options in pure sciences? That is, if you want to take up research as your future. So is it medicine, or is it some technology, or is industry, or anything else? So we know sciences consist of majorly these four subjects: physics, mathematical sciences, chemical sciences, life sciences. Together, physics, mathematics and chemistry, they club as physical sciences, and life sciences are there. So before going to what are the career options in each of these subjects, I would first sum up there are entrance examinations at the UG level. That is when you are going to do BSc. So first undergraduate degree that comes across in pure sciences is BSc, Bachelor of Science. If you have combinations of subjects like PCM, then these are the entrance examinations that one should look forward for. First one, KVPY, which is Kishore Vigyanik Protsahan Yojana, conducted by IISc Bangalore, a very reputed research organization, institution, one of the best one, I would say. I have visited their campus, a huge campus it is, and most of the research that happens is in almost every area of science. So there is BSc, there is integrated MSc, and there is integrated PhD also. You can check their programs. Then JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, because IITs also offer BSc programs, and some other institutes also take JEE Mains or JEE Advanced course to give admission in their BSc or integrated MSc courses. Then BITSAT for BITS Pilani in their three campuses, Goa, Hyderabad, and Pilani campuses. They have integrated MSc programs and BSc programs. NEST is a special exam, entrance exam conducted by University of Mumbai and uh, NISER. NPAT is a specific entrance exam conducted by Narsimunji. Then CMI is Chennai Mathematical Institute. They conduct specific exams for entry into their mathematical sciences undergraduate course. ISI is Institute of Statistical Indian Statistical Institute. They have aptitude test again for BSc statistics exams. Now, if your combinations are PCB, that is physics, chemistry, and biology, then obviously NEET is one choice. Then BSc nursing, there is a entrance exam for few of the institutions. B Pharma, very very popular course nowadays. Almost every university in India, private or public, is offering this course. You have to check which university is conducting an entrance exams and which are giving on merit basis. Then there is joint entrance science test exam by Science and Engineering Research Board. There are certain other universities, central universities all across India, where BSc or integrated MSc courses are available. Whether you have PCB or PCM or PM or CM as combinations, then QSET, which is Central University Combined Entrance Test, is taken. Now, there is important point here for class 12 students that Delhi University, with so far so we all know, takes admission on the basis of merit each year, and merits are, my God, you all know. Nothing to talk about that. So, except for some courses, management and economics, for which they have an entrance test, this year onwards there are 99% chances they are going to conduct a combined entrance test for all the undergraduate degree, be it BSc, BCom, or any other degree. So be prepared for that. It may be announced sometime later. 2 days back, new Vice Chancellor of Delhi has taken up, who is a technocratic person, who was director of DTU, Delhi Technological University, and NSIT before taking up this assignment of Delhi University. And it is first time that a person from electronics background is coming as a Vice Chancellor. So we hope there are some new courses coming up on the campuses of Delhi University also in next couple of years. So coming back, now I am taking physics as the first subject, my own subject. So I'll tell you my story, how I come to do physics as a major. How many of you are thrilled by Tootte Tare? DDLJ, most of you have seen. It must be an old film for you. So they close eyes, they see a Tootta Tara. So first time my interaction with the Tootta Tara, when my grandfather told me a story under a tree in the evening, and there was this sparkling star kind of thing moving through the sky, and he told me that this is a good sign. He never told me, actually my grandfather was a very positive person. He never told us something is bad. He always gave positive aspects to everything which is happening around. So he said, okay, make some wish with your closed eyes and it would be completed, it would be fulfilled. But for me, I think inborn with the scientific mind, I wanted to know more, where from it has come, if it is broken, where it was, why it is broken, where it will fall off, where it will go. So, and then obviously when we grew up, we studied science at school. There was helicomet in our times. We were reading newspapers, there were news over television that helicomet would be there, or some comets will fall down on the earth, there would be sparks, there would be this and that, pollution would be there, smoke would be there, some fire would be there, every kind of stories that go around. So, astrophysics, astronomy, these are big names. Have you ever realized when you do toothbrush in the morning, you are actually engaging every kind of science in that? There is physics involved, there is chemistry involved, there is biology involved, and somewhere there is maths also involved. So I would like to break here, ma'am. Can I have interaction with students at this point? Muted. Yeah. So if anybody wants to say, can raise their hand, and maybe we can offer unmuting him or her. So dear, so students, whenever you feel like there is a question, just interrupt me rather than let me complete the whole slides in one go. We can take up, one subject by and then stop, and then another subject and stop. Because I would like it to be more interactive rather than just speaking. Thank you. Okay, so physics, dear, physics is a plethora of career opportunities. We have seen Nepal earthquakes, which also affected Delhi NCR in past few years. I was sick of. I stopped running down my 10th floor stairs. I said, how many times will I go down? Let me be here, dear. And because earthquakes were happening every now and then, midnight, early morning, because earthquake never gave early mornings. It just happens. So there is no preparation. So seismologists is a field of study, and they are very much required in real estate companies nowadays, because buildings have to build in such a way that they can handle earthquakes in a much better and efficient way without breaking down to an extent. So seismologist, if you want to do seismology, become a seismologist, then physics is the pathway. And BS, yeah, hmm, yeah, hmm, correct. So Smriti, thank you for asking that question. So pathway is when you want to do astrophysics or astronomy and seismology, then physics major at the first degree level, that is BSc level, is required. So opt for BSc Physics Honors in whichever university you want to do. Next step is go for MSc. If MSc Astrophysics is available, go for it. Otherwise, like in Delhi University, there is a MSc Physics, but in second year you take a specialization. And in that specialization, you can choose astronomy or astrophysics as your special subject. So, and after that, you can see after MSc only, with that specialization, you are open to the job market as in astrophysics, and then you can pursue further research in few selected institutes either in India or abroad. And I have divided them into blocks. So for example, if you want to deviate even after first undergraduate degree, which is BSc Honors Physics or Integrated MSc, which is a PG degree, then you can opt for architecture, so or aviation. Most of the pilots, they become pilots after BSc Honors Physics. That is the basic qualification. They undergo a test, a physical training, and they can become pilots. Four of my colleagues, four of my classmates became pilots. One is in Air Force and three are flying private companies. Obviously, teaching is choice in every subject, whichever you take. So after BSc, you will become a TGT, that is up to level 9th and 10th. But if you go for MSc plus a B8, then you can become a PGT, that is a postgraduate teacher, who can teach up to class 12th. In universities, you can become assistant professor with MSc physics plus a NET qualification, which is mandatory, and subjected to that you will complete a PhD. BSc physics, I would suggest SC Bangalore. Then this is one of the best for going to astrophysics and astronomy. Then you are having Delhi University, St. Stephen's College, Hindu College, Hansraj College. These are few of the best. Venkateshwara College is more known for electronics part. A&D College is good in physics honors. Then you have IITs giving BSc physics, physical sciences courses. These are in India as far as you go for BSc physics honors. Abroad, you can go for any of the top universities, MIT, Cambridge, Oxford, Harvard University. They are standard for study abroad. These are 5-10 top universities, but I would still say, it hardly matters. Ranking has taken ranking is it's good to know that you are in a good rank, but don't make it it's a sole objective. So if the institute, even if it is not highly ranked, but has good faculty, which you will come to know after interactions with their seniors, few maybe 1 or 2 year back seniors, that college and that particular department may give you a best of information and training in that course. So ranking is sometimes, QS rankings particularly when we talk about abroad universities, they are also equivalent to money earned by these universities. That only businessmen know. It's a commercial thing. For example, advertising. You see, if Deepika Padukone is advertising a particular product, everybody is naturally attracted towards it. Similarly is to get a QS ranking. I have seen few universities who are like, I won't even like to step in that university, are getting in top 50 in India. So I would suggest go for which university has, for example, Delhi University. I'll tell you, being an alumni of Delhi University, syllabus is same in all the colleges. Examination is same. There is a central examination that happens, same paper across all the colleges. There is a team of examiners which check all the college papers. So it's not that each college is individually checking, no. And those faculty members are selected from all the colleges of Delhi University. It does not mark on the rank basis. So everything is same. You go and in Delhi University, everybody, like every college has a cutoff, maximum 95%, 96%. So if they are taking cream of students, do you think 96% student is lesser than 99% student? For me, it is not. They are equivalent. It is just that 99% student knew how to write his or her paper. 95% student also knew how to write his or her paper, but he made that 1 or 2 mark error in that point of time when he was writing paper. For me, as a teacher, they are all equal. They are not different. So I would say go to any college, just check with which, for example, even if in a highly ranked college, there are 6 departments: physics, chemistry, biology, maths, and then humanities, and then commerce. It may happen in that top college, physics department is not as good as the commerce department is doing. Again, Riddhi, BSc Honors Physics first, second MSc Physics, or electronics. You can also go for DRDO BSc Electronic Honors. and MSc Electronics, or BSc Honors Physics and MSc Physics. These two are the pathways. And then there is a DRDO entrance selection examination which you have to clear to get a position into DRDO as a first position of research scientist. And same way it happens with ISRO. They conduct their job examinations where you can appear after MSc or during MSc, like during the final year of MSc. But these are the pathways. For example, Delhi University or any other universities which are doing these kind of, because these are not known as professional courses. Like law is a professional course, CA is a professional course, MBBS is a professional course, engineering is a professional course. BSc or MSc are not taken as professional courses, they are taken as academic courses. So internships do not make a part of the syllabus as such in itself. You have to choose those parts of internship by yourself. You have to volunteer yourself in your free time. So college or university may not give you time slots in between the academic calendar. You have to volunteer yourself in the, say, autumn break or in the free time, say as a freelancer, as a part-timer, or in your summer vacation time. You get plenty of it. Really, in my times, I was not knowing that internship was, like, I'm talking about 25, 26 years back in 90s. So I was not aware. I was damn bored, man. I was damn bored in 2.5 months summer vacation. What to do? So internship is a good way to engage, to learn new things. But you have to volunteer if you are going through pure sciences. Or you can take some. Hmm. Ah. Wonderful question. So Riddhi, on PhD, there is no maximum time limit. Minimum time limit is there. So minimum time limit is 2 to 3 years, I think, of late. In our times, it was 2 years. That minimum you have to spend 2 years. But nobody takes worth of it if somebody submitted PhD in 2 years, because it is some rules are unsaid, unwritten, and it is said that you have not done enough research in your subject, and maybe you were knowing the supervisor and you just submitted something and got a degree in 2 years. So PhD means you are doing a high level research, and a PhD should be worthy to speak of your talent in research. So if you have uh, first of all, some global international publications to talk about, some international patents to talk about, some international seminars or national seminars to talk about, because when I'm saying international publications, you are not spending money on getting it published, you are sending it and getting it published uh, through your merit. When I'm saying international seminars and conferences, UGC funds it. Your commutation, your flight tickets, your stay, and you also get some daily allowance on the top of that. And the organizers of those conferences, they actually take care of food and accommodation also, because these are not paid conferences. Even if you are registering for it, you are going via UGC. So you have to apply in UGC that I am going for so and so conference, and so kindly permit and fund my conference, and they do so. There is a process, though there is a limit on the funding and how many times can you go in a year or 2 years, but you can. So always go for a PhD from a reputed institute which talks about your talent. It should not be like this. Nowadays it is becoming a norm that anybody is doing PhD. So many people are doing PhDs, and they are sometimes embarrassed to even say that I have done a PhD. So it is for general information I am saying here that please do not go for PhD just for degree sake. Go for PhD when you are really interested in that, and go for a reputed institute for a PhD. For example, major central universities are good hubs of research IITs are good hubs of research for physics and electronics related, biotechnology related stuff. ISC, IISER. I'm just on my next slide are some big institutes which are good to do PhD. So minimum is 2 to 3 years, but I would say 2 to 3 years is never taken as good time, and maximum there is no limit, but I would say averagely 4 to 5 years is good time, though some takes 8 years, but 8 to 10 years is not taken as good time. So always check with supervisor you are joining, because for PhD you have to be enrolled with some supervisor who would be directing you, and you would be completing PhD under him. Do a thorough research about that supervisor. Don't join anybody. For PhD in physics, again Delhi University, I would say ISC Bangalore, IITs, IISER. Shall I go to the next slide? So again for PhD, nowadays you have to give an exam that you will come to know as you complete your masters. That is a natural process. Shall I complete this before I come to Riddhi's question? Yeah. राइट एग्जैक्टली. अभी तो फिजिक्स ही हुआ, फिजिक्स के बाद अभी तो मैथ्स एंड केमिस्ट्री भी है. सो एमटेक एग्जाम, देर इज़ IIT JAM MRNAT exam which one needs to do. GATE exam one needs to complete to get admissions in MTech for postgraduate level. Then integrated and MSc and PhD JEST exam needs to be cleared for some of the universities. And for entry in TIFR, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, there is a national level exam conducted by them. So this is also a good research institute. Then some of the best institute in physics, as she was asking, Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, IITs, Delhi University, IISCER Bhopal is more known. There are other campuses also, TIFR, Homi Bhabha National Institute. These are few national institute best for PhDs. And obviously MTech also, MSc and MTech. International institutes, California Institute of Technology, MIT, Harvard University, University of Cambridge, University of Oxford, NUS and NTU Singapore are very good international institutes to go for higher studies in physics. So I hope I answered Riddhi's question also. These are some top institutes of India in physics. I will send you the link later on, Stuti madam, if you can send it to the students where they can get these. So it says TIFR Homi, right? How okay, I will, yeah. Okay, so next comes maths, because our time is running short. So maths, again you can do BSc Honours Maths, BSc Statistics, Actuarial Science, Integrated MSc, MTech, first part of UG degree, that is after 12th. These are the paths. After completing BSc, next path is obviously MSc in that particular field, and last part is PhD. So in all the sciences we will go through these. After 12 these courses, after these courses next course is this, and after this course, last course, if you want to go for a PhD, then this course is there. मैथ्स में PhD बहुत कम होते हैं. For BSc Honours Maths, the professional options are data analyst, machine learning, artificial intelligence, data scientist, actuarial sciences, and a teacher. I love teaching job. Then after your masters, you can become a mathematician, a statistician, a market research analyst, business analyst, psychometrician, junior research fellow at some lab, research lab, assistant professor in some university. And again, you can have a diversion after first undergraduate degree, add to MBA, go to industry field of HR, real estate, hospitality management, marketing, sales, etc. etc. You can go for actually training to become an actuarialist. You can go for civil services, NDA, then banking, then analysts, computer related software, because computers nowadays, it's very clear that coding needs maths information, maths knowledge. Then after this, and net qualification is important if you want to join university, because if you are a PhD, then it's important to get net qualification. So for MSc MTech, again you have QCET, NEST, IIT JAM and GATE examination. Integrated MSc and PhD JST exam. Actuarial common interest test is taken, and which is followed by actuarial science stages, 15 in total. Some of the best institutes in mathematics in India: Delhi University, the Institute of Mathematical Sciences, IISER Mohali, Chennai Mathematical Institute, Indian Statistical Institute, TIFR, and international: Stanford University, MIT, Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford, ETH. Zurich has found a special name in mathematics, NUS and NTU Singapore. So any questions on mathematics, please? Okay, fine. Sure. So next is chemistry. Again, same pathway. BSc. After 12th, integrated MSc, B Pharmacy. BSc Forensic Science is a new field for last 5 years. Uh, MSc Chemistry, MSc Forensic, MSc Pharmacy, or any other specialization which they choose in their final year, and followed by a PhD. So the career options are pharmacologist, chemistry teacher, food technologist, agriculture chemistry, chemical science, and after masters, toxicologist. Basically, they work on food toxicity. Academician, assistant professor in any university, biochemist, forensic scientist, geochemist, and junior research fellow. And after PhD, they can join university institutes, research companies as research associate, assistant professor with net qualification, and junior research scientist. And again, there is a deviation. I will not repeat that part. Shall I hold, students, or move on? So these are the same for MTech, MSc, BSc, BTech. Some of the, yes. See, I would suggest that if you see, it all depends, Priti. First thing is finances. So studying abroad, if finances are not a issue, even then I would suggest, in my personal view, even if my kids have taken a different view, so kids and parents can always differ in views. As an academician and as a professional, I would say that studying at undergraduate level in India is better choice, and go for post graduation and higher studies abroad, because those facilities and those infrastructures are better abroad, and that also added to your CV in a much better way. But if you want to pursue, there are practical issues to study abroad at undergraduate level rather than just the study. Obviously, their way of pedagogy and their way of syllabus, their practicals are much different than what we do in India. Though we are, for example, I studied physics in Delhi University, and we were specifically told by our teachers, do not, I should not see you, each of our teachers, I should not see any Indian author book in your hand. That was the rule. We were all studying from books published by Cambridge, Oxford, or whichever publications. We were studying from best of the authors which are taught in universities abroad. But then it also depends on which faculty you are dealing with, and it happened at postgraduate level also. And finally I found, it's easy, sometimes it's easy to follow Indian authors book, because it makes you ready-made answers, it gives you ready-made answers. uh, you can just understand, write it down. Now, when you are plagiarism particularly is not a concept in central universities. Some of the private universities here in India have taken plagiarism in the same way as foreign universities. So you cannot just copy from your teacher's notes, you cannot copy from the textbook, you have to write it in your own way. Now, physics formula is same everywhere, so वो तो कॉपी करना ही पड़ेगा, और a chemistry formula or a biology diagram. So that is a different thing. Laws are laws, so you have to write it in the same language as they were written. I would suggest it's better to do undergraduation in India and in the meantime choose your career path intelligently and see what are the options available abroad for PG studies, and then go for PG studies abroad. In case even that is not possible at PG level, I would strongly suggest for PhD you should join somewhere abroad, because at, though I came to know one of the student who went to Britain recently on a completely tuition free, completely like zero finances, everything was sponsored by the university, but he is not happy. He's coming back after 2 years. He tells some stories, but I don't know. See, unless I have experienced it myself. But yes, he was unhappy. He left his PhD in 2 years and he's coming back and now trying hands in industry. But everybody is not like that. Every story is not same. So we cannot be governed by or generalize things by some aspects. I have visited some foreign universities and seen their physics labs, seen their pedagogy. They are impressive, no doubt. They are really, really impressive. I am happy with my teachers, my academicians, which I got in my MSc and BSc. But PhD, I would really suggest, because it's the global standard, international standard in research which are accepted. It's better to be in a hub of research, is a hub of minds, thoughts. So if you are in a hub of thought, full minds and thoughts process, then obviously you are up to a level. You are up to a level where each thing is happening at that particular point. So thank you so much for inviting. I enjoyed. Best of wishes to all the students. Sure. Thank you.